Hello everyone, you are watching the review channel LDA12LT, and in this video, we will be unboxing a new parcel. This time this item was purchased in Lithuania. This is for fishing item. There should be an electric motor for cleaning. We unpack and let's take a closer look. We see what's written on the packaging. These are the main technical parameters: that this is a 12 engine, power 600V, packaging weight, and the weight of the motor itself. So we unpack and take a closer look. Packaged really well. Box within a box. The package, as we see, consists of the engine itself. We also saw that there was an instruction with some kind of attachments. What these attachments are for, later let's find out. The engine is actually quite light. It weighs about 6 kilograms. It has, we see, such a speed adjustment handle. Either the spool rotates in one direction or to the other side. It's either swimming forward or backward. This handle also extends. This motor can also be adjusted to the angle of that handle. So sitting in the boat, the other one might bite more convenient to hold the handle even when it's down. We can see what's written there. Manufacturer Haswing. The power of this engine is equivalent to 1 horsepower power, or by other measurements, 65 pounds. Here we also see that the following battery indication is drawn. The battery charge level is 100%, 50% or 20%. If 20% remains, you can already think about returning to shore. The power cables are quite thick. These are the terminals connect to the battery. Well, here is the fixation to the trans. In the manual we can still see the following table. This engine has the following audible signals. This table explains what each audible signal means. Here is the table. You can press pause and read it. Well, we also see that the instruction manual has a table with characteristics. All the main technical parameters are listed, that is 12V, 600V power, 65 pounds thrust. The manual says that this engine is equivalent to 2 horses. Compared to a minimum of 105 ampere hours is recommended for a gasoline engine. Battery and recommended maximum boat length up to 6 m. More, this engine also came with Lithuanian instructions. It's all in Lithuanian, understandable language. How to use. The main technical parameters are the same again. More, I didn't mention that this is a brushless type of motor. We see it also says that in the end, compared to a gasoline engine, this engine has at the end of the 2 horsepower or 65 pounds. Write in the comments what you think. Here is a 2-horse engine or a 1-horse engine, because the website where this engine was purchased stated that its power was equivalent to per horsepower. The manufacturer's instructions say that this engine is equivalent to 2 horsepower. Well, it remains to test this engine on water and share impressions. So let's go to the water and let's try it. Well, we've already arrived at the water, and we're going to try this little engine. What is his speed when sailing with such a PVC boat on a hard-bottomed boat? Let's see how much current it draws with a current measuring clamp. Let's not waste time and get moving. On the water. I use this pump to inflate the boat. It was bought in Lithuania a while ago. You can see its model here. It has a built-in battery, but it is already dead. Pump, I won't be using the battery for long. I use the jump starter that I reviewed to help me. I'll use it here. Such a transition. I will insert one end into the jump starter and the other end I'll turn on the pump. Both this transition and yours purchased from AliExpress. I will leave links to these purchases below in the video description. If you're interested, you can watch it. Now, that the balloons are inflated, you'll need to finish inflating them with a foot pump. My boat is not small, 2.45 centimeters, solid bottom with a keel, but fishing alone is completely out of the question. Well, if you can't hold it, we can finish blowing with our feet in that Tamiya balloon that the electric pump was unable to inflate. Well, after 20 puffs, you will be practically able to swim. Well, maybe a little more if that's it. We can inflate the keel a little more during that time. The jam starter was practically dead by the time I inflated the boat. Shows 4 divisions out of 4. Okay, let's put the engine on the boat. Well, this is how everything looks in the boat, all my ammunition, which I use mainly for fishing. We are sailing in the water, and we test this engine. Let's move a little further from the shore, and we can start the engine. As soon as we put the wires on the battery, we immediately heard these sounds. Signals. There's nothing wrong with that. That's how it should be. Let's look at the indication right away. What does it say here? Yes, we see the battery at 100% charged. The wind is not strong today, we see. The waves are small, barely any waves. I took this GPS to help my speedometer. Let's see what speed we can get. Well, the GPS satellites have been caught. Speedometer. So far it says 0 kilometers per h. We give it. We put the gas in the bottom and watch. Well, we see the GPS speedometer recorded 6 kilometers. Not that fast, but he has enough strength. And we see one thing: when we give gas, it accelerates slowly. Little by little we see that speed is picking up. Here I will demonstrate it again. Pow the sound, you'll hear it. Now with these service measuring pliers, let's try to measure the current drawn by this motor. Let's give it gas bottom and see how much current it draws. We see at full speed draws about 42 amps of current. Let's try to engage reverse gear now. Let's see. Reverse gear bucking current. In reverse, when I turn it on, it draws 35 amps. Let's try giving it now half throttle. Look at half power, amount of current. Half engine I made it powerful. we see that about 20 amps of current are being drawn from the battery. About 21. Quickly, the GPS pedometer records that we swim 5 kilometers per hour. Here we see. What would be the first observation about this engine? It runs a little louder than I have a Minn Kota 30 pounds. It has, you see, such a comfortable handle. I am going to lower it completely. And here it appears immediately. More space in the boat. That handle is painted. There's always something here. Once we emerge, arrive at the right point, we lower the handle. And fishing. This handle can also be fixed. You have this one here knob. We turn it and lock it in any position. This is the position the handle will be in. We also see that, like most engines, the handle lengthens. The handle, as we can see, bends at an angle of 180 degrees. We did what was more convenient. Well, my first impression of this engine is quite not bad. It's definitely more fun to swim than the 30 pounds minnow I have. Well, we tested the engine. It's time to go fishing. We have something. How angry. What a nice perch. Oh, beautiful. Tempted by this kind of bait from AliExpress. Link to this bait, I'll leave it in the video description as well. Well, it's nice when there are such beautiful perch. It's really fun. At my colleague's place, a boat without a hard bottom. With the boards. It seems to swim a little faster nor with mine. Now I'm swimming with a 30 pounds motor. And let's see what peak speed they can record with the same boat, with the salmon ammunition. Just another water herring. Well, we see the GPS speedometer recorded 6 kilometers per hour over speed. This was tested before. The engine does not accelerate, but that pushing force baso is more. If with this engine it's a little harder to sail against the wind and waves. So with that in mind, with a tested engine, the boat should sail easier against waves and wind. If you like this video, please click like. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, who hasn't done so yet. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone and see you in the next video. Bye.